that when the name is called. And also, since there's some new faces, when she calls your name, if you would just stand up and say here so everyone can kind of get a look at who's who. I know you have your name tags on, but if you could do that, please. Alma?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Here. Mike Pushkin.
Here.
Andrew Bird. Ivan Lee. Foxy. Yeah. I probably placed it with her district and not behind it. Bob Stoltz.
Here.
Elaine Harris. Here. Pat Maroney.
Here.
Rocky Fitzsimmons. Pamela Van Horn. Here. Azim Khan. Tina Gray Russell. Abe Sod. Kelly Palmer. Oh, okay, thank you.
Point of inquiry. If we can't hear people on Zoom, is there a way we could put a mic next to the, or a speaker somehow that we could hear those Zoom people? Thank you.
Can we put them on the screen? One more, can you, I don't know if you can hear me, can you put them on the screen and use a microphone? Is that possible? Thank you.
Okay. All right, she's gonna try and set that up on the screen. Susan Hubbard. Jerry Brookover.
Here.
Here. Here. Okay, Cameron Miller. Lee Coombs.
Here.
Selena Vickers.
Here.
Shane Asadzondi.
Here.
Kim Felix.
Here.
Mary Ann Plater.
Here.
Thank you. Ariana Islam.
Here.
Josiah Soren.
Here.
Anna Gillespie.
Present.
Laura Walker.
Here.
Doug Scaff.
Here.
Nick Casey.
Here.
Karen Correa. Here. Stephen Baldwin.
Here.
Madeline Klein.
Present.
Kathy Link. Here. Charles Elenfeld.
Here.
Michael Trauber.
Amber Broccoli.
Okay. Jennifer Beach.
Here by proxy.
Kim Frum. Here. Ronald McCoy.
Here.
Lenny Oakland,
Here.
Lissa Lucas. Here. Judith Stevens,
Here.
Simon Hargis.
Here.
Bonnie Fruth. Mercedes Sarah Thompson. Tess Jackson. Here. Ben Barkey.
Here.
Floyd Sayre.
Here.
Stephanie Heck.
Here.
Tammy Pritt.
Here.
Tim Bias.
Here by proxy.
Matt Spurlock.
Here.
Deb McCarthy. Here. Phyllis White. Here by proxy. Robert Osa.
Here.
Marcus Welks.
I'm here.
Heather Hayes.
Here.
Chase Carroll. Farron Williamson.
Here.
Amanda Estep Burton.
Here.
Amanda Shelton. Here. Keith Lottie.
Here.
Christy Cardwell. Here. Kelly Elkins. Here. Bob Baker.
Here.
David Thompson.
Here by proxy.
Diane Browning.
Here.
Margaret Staggers.
Present.
Sam Petzl.
Here.
Jamie Spencer.
Here.
Rachel Tompkins. Here. Brenda Weiss. Here. Adam Starks.
Here.
Cody Thompson.
Adam, here.
Adam. Okay, just want to make sure. Michelle Carpenter. Here. Susan Miley.
Here by proxy.
Ryan Deans.
Here.
Danielle Walker.
Here.
Joey Garcia.
Here.
Mark Music.
Here.
Deanna Armentrout.
Here.
Candy Sisler.
Here.
Jason Armentrout.
Here.
And Randy Titchell.
Here.
Dorothy Kangla. Here. Virginia Sign. Richard Record. Carol Lawrence.
I'm here.
Oh, is that Virginia?
I'm here.
Okay.
That's Cheryl or Virginia.
That's Virginia. And this is Cheryl right here. Virginia Sign is on the call. She's here. And Cheryl's sitting right there in the front row. All right, Maria Russo. Here. Ken Collinson. Okay. He is here, he's present. Matt Halterman.
Present.
Bonnie Brown. Here. Patty Hamilton. Here. Richie Robb.
Present by his proxy, Gordon Drew.
And David Tucker.
Present by proxy, Rick Sager.
I have, Madam Chair, 75 present and voting and 11 proxies. The quorum of 40% is met with 38 people, so we are more than. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm just going to review while they're trying to figure the Zoom out to get it where it needs to be. I'm going to just review the procedures for nominations and voting that were sent out to all of you in an email. But I want you to know that there will be an official timekeeper, which will be Jacob up here. Max, we've switched gears. Max is going to be the official timekeeper. Each speaker will receive a 30-second warning, correct? Candidates may choose not to give a speech if they don't want to. We have a candidate nominating speech limited to 2 minutes, a second limited to 1 minute, and please understand you do not have to have a second, but you certainly may if you wish. We'll give each candidate 4 minutes. Members will be voting by paper ballots, good old-fashioned way. According to the bylaws of the West Virginia Democratic Party, there are no secret ballots. Each ballot must be signed by the committee member to be counted. If you're joining via Zoom or phone, your votes can be placed in the chat, or you can speak to us once we get this out, and we will record your ballot for you. The secretary, assisted by the professional staff of the Democratic Party, will count the ballots. The candidates for the specific office being counted, along with one representative of their choosing, may observe the counting of the ballots at the table. Other committee members and spectators shall remain in their seat until the counting is finished. Votes for each office will be counted before the committee moves to the next office. After counting, ballots will be placed in folder, and you will be able to review them if you so desire.
Madam Chair, in lieu of the paper ballot policy, Mrs. Shane asks Andy, I move that all contested elections be counted via a roll call vote, with each member stating their name, their position or district, and their votes.
Well, the West Virginia Legislature,
Robbie and second.
I'm sorry, you got that? The West Virginia Legislature, correct me if I'm wrong, just passed legislation eliminating voice vote from the process, so that's why we went to ballots, and we've done it in the past.
It was not eliminated, it was simply eliminated as the only requirement.
Oh.
And there's a motion on the floor in a second, and we now move to discussion.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor and a second. Is there any discussion about ballot voting versus voice voting? Robbie.
Robbie also.
Any discussion? Yes, ma'am.
I personally prefer paper ballots.
Okay.
Say that because I think some people, do not feel good about voting out name or vote, and I think paper ballots serve a good purpose.
Any other discussion?
I'll second her opinion.
Okay, Felina?
Selena Vickers, I support and speak in favor of this motion. It is going to take, I don't think there's going to be that many contested races, I don't think it's going to take that long, but it is going to take an enormous amount of time to pass out ballots, ballots, to count those ballots. And we already are going to have a long day, and I believe that this will get us through our work in more transparency in the moment and get us home quicker this evening. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
You next.
I'm sorry. I'm Amy Maynard. I'm here as proxy, not just in bias, and I agree with the roll call procedure. I think it would be more efficient.
Mr. Chairman, back when I was chairman, we always did the roll call vote, and I realized that there was been some concerns about code in the past, but I like to think you stand for it. I would support the motion.
Yes, ma'am.
I support the motion for roll call vote. I think it leads to greater transparency and efficiency.
When you, could you please recognize who you are for the secretary and,
Sorry, I'm Mindy Salengo, I'm the proxy from Denver Beach.
yes, ma'am.
He's from Randolph County, District 11, and I support the roll call vote because I believe our vote should be transparent, and a roll call vote is the most transparent, and it leads to greater efficiency.
Lloyd?
I support the paper ballot vote because there's enough dissension in this group that there already is, and we don't need to make it greater by putting it out who you're voting for or why you're voting or whatever. I think the secret ballot is the best way.
The bylaws forbid secret ballots, that is not.
No, it would not be a secret ballot. I made that perfectly clear. It is an open
I'm
ballot.
correcting you,
It is,
Madam Chair.
okay, it is not a secret ballot. You have to sign it and it will be reviewed, so it's not. Yes, ma'am. Laura?
I'm very like this meeting support this, but I don't know about a point of victory. Isn't it true that we can already individually request roll call for those, for,
Yeah. Right.
I just
Sonny?
Madam Chair, say it. As far as the paper ballot, I am in favor of it. You're going to sign it anyway. If anybody wants to know how anybody voted, just go look it up. No big deal. You know where I'm at. Thank you.
Adam Starks, proxy for Cody Thompson. I support the motion on the floor for efficiency's sake.
Any other discussion? Yes, ma'am.
Kelly Wilkins, I encourage and support the roll call vote. I think we need to encourage transparency.
Yes, ma'am.
Deb McCarthy, I support it as a way to move forward and create greater transparency for the Democratic Party of West Virginia.
Yes, sir.
Jason Armentrout, District 14. I also support the motion on the floor for a roll call vote. As the point was made earlier, that there really is no secret ballot. For efficiency's sake, I support this.
Yes.
I would need to make the discussion,
Be called for the vote. So all those in favor of the motion for a roll call vote signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? No. The ayes have it. So we will. Yeah, so just give us a few minutes to. I think they've got everybody up here on board. Can y'all wave? If you can hear me, wave. Stephen Baldwin, you're not waving. I see you, Heather. Kurt, you're even up there. Abe, is that your proxy, Abe? Well, we want to welcome you all into the meeting. I don't know if you can see what's in the room, but we can see you, so don't be picking your nose or getting up if you don't have pants on or doing anything crazy, because we can see you. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, Blaine.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Procedural question. Since this is on Zoom and it is a public meeting, is it limited to Democrats who might be watching it on Zoom?
Anybody that's in the chat room or that's going to participate is only limited to the Democrats, but we do have it airing on a YouTube channel that anybody could watch. Yeah, we have to have open meetings, but they can't participate, of course, so.
Point of personal privilege, Madam Chair, can we get the URL for that?
Yeah, it was sent out in your email, but I can send it over to you if you'd like. Yes, delegates? Anybody else?
You're a good organizer.
Let me know when you're ready, Madam Secretary. I threw it for a loop.
We're improvising.
So everybody understands the review of the nominating and voting procedure. Any questions there? One of the first things we're going to be voting on is to fill a vacancy in the 15th Senatorial District. There was a male on the ballot that was vacant. We need to seat them first so that they will have the honor of voting for everybody else down ballot. So 15th District males, if you're nominating someone, that's going to be the first order of business. Okay. You can't hear me? Y'all remember Will Rogers, right?
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
someone just texted me on the Zoom and said that the sound keeps dropping out and didn't know if it was just his computer or everyone.
That's what they're working
I'm
on.
sorry, I was on
That's
that.
okay. More pressure on them, not me. Anybody got a good joke to tell? No, Sonny, you can't tell that one.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I'm going to redeem myself. I do have a joke.
Lee has a joke.
Mr. Minority Leader, we're going to have an unofficial vote. Which of our jackets is better? All those in favor of Mr. Minority Leader, raise your hand.
Uh-oh.
Mine.
We'll trade afterwards.
Yes.
Testing on the Zoom. Can you hear us? Someone on the Zoom speak up. We can't hear you, Bridget. Anna, can you speak? Can you unmute?
Are you talking to me?
Okay, we can hear Anna. Judy Stevens, can you hear? Can you speak? Unmute.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you for your patience.
Let's do this.
Not sure who that was, but I'm with you. Okay, so at this time, are there any nominations for the vacancy for
Point
15?
of personal privilege. If there's any way possible, being the recent co-chair of the Disability Caucus, the closed captioning feature, please be established and put on our Zoom for those who are hard of hearing or deaf.
It is enabled.
Yeah, they have to do it.
Well, no, for us to see on the screen as well.
So right now, I'm going to entertain nominations for the 15th Senatorial District, and it must be a male. Are there any nominations? Yes, ma'am.
I'm Dorothy Kegler from Hampshire County, and I want to nominate Charlie Streisel for this position.
Okay, you spell that. We're going to put the names up here. I guess we'll have to do that now since we're not doing that. Okay, I'll try.
Judy Stevens from Wood County seconds that motion.
I'm sorry, who's the second?
Judy Stevens from Wood County seconds the motion. Selena?
Point of privilege. Sometimes it's hard to hear in this room. I was wondering if we could assign runners to bring a microphone so that we could hear better, please.
We can do that. I don't know if we can keep, we still need that one. But anyway, if you are the nominee or whoever's nominating, if you want to kind of come up front or stand in the middle and talk a little bit louder so everybody can hear. So does everybody hear that it's Charlie Streisel?
One thing, the speaker needs to come up here because this is the camera the Zoom people are seeing. So it'd be helpful if whoever's going to do the nominating and whatever come up here.
Are there any other nominations for the Senate District 15 male?
Madam Chair,
Lee?
I would like to nominate Jim Hoyt for chair of the Morgan County Democratic Party.
Jim Hoyt has been nominated. Are there any other nominations? Any other nominations? You don't have to have a second, but only, if somebody wants to. Are there any other nominations?
I move the nomination.
Thank you.
What's that? Who moved the nomination to close? Rachel Johnson. Thank you.
Are either of those candidates, would they like to speak? Or Jim's here, Chairman. You want to come over this way so they can see you? You can come here, you can come anywhere you want. They can hear you loud and clear.
Hello, my name is Jim White, and I'm the chairperson for the Morgan County Democratic Executive. How's that? Better? So, I moved to West Virginia around 1980, and I was looking around for a place. I grew up in Ohio. I was working in Washington, D.C. I wanted to get out in the mountains. And, one of the criteria for moving to West Virginia was how the politics. And I've been a lifelong Democrat. And the fact that West Virginia was solid blue back then influenced my decision a little bit. So, I had a business, successful business, and worked for large companies, traveled around the world a lot. And then about 20 years ago, I started going to Democratic meetings and just kind of listening, observing what's going on in Morgan County and all that. And then we had a person run for county commissioner, Democrat. So I got involved in the campaign, set up websites, email programs, helped with advertising, and things like that. And we won the seat. You have to realize that in Morgan County, it's been Republican for a century. So for a Democrat to win is pretty good. But there are three commissioners, so we still had one Democrat and two Republicans. 2 years later, we ran another campaign, a woman, but these are both women, right, that ran. And we ran another campaign, did a lot of the same things, having dinners and doing emails and print advertising campaigns, and we won. So this was historic, because for a whole century, Morgan County had been Republican. We flipped the county to Democratic. So that was really great. And a little louder. So that, that energized me. I did all this just being a person volunteering. I wasn't on the executive committee. As time went on, I ended up being on the executive committee, and for some reason elected me to be the chair, and I've kept doing that. Of course, as time has been going on, West Virginia has started tilting the wrong direction. It's become predominantly a red state. This is a very concern for all of us, I'm sure. So that's still my goal. What can we do to get more Democrats elected? Let's turn the state blue again. And anything, I enjoy working with other people, helping out. Anything I can do, I try to do, and towards that goal. So if you think we can work together, and I can be a benefit to this executive committee, I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Streisel here.
Madam Chair,